girl White, and today on White's Checkbox we have with us the delectable Izu Swag.
You know what it is. Izu Swag's in the building.
He's a singer, he's also an actor, he's a songwriter, a scriptwriter, and a social media influencer. All packed in
You
one.
know.
So,
And I cook a great meal. You know.
ladies, beware. Or you can try him out. Actually, his Instagram handle is Izu Swag, so you can check him out and see some of the delicacies he's talking about if he has actually cooked anything. But
No. I don't put my food stuff on my Instagram, but I'm thinking of putting that out very soon.
maybe you might want to have a proper home tasting. You know? Okay guys, let's focus on the review. So we were able to watch Namaste Wahala, which was directed by Hamisha Ahuja. Now she's also an actor in the movie and she stars as Layla. Some of the people that I'm going to mention also starred in the movie as well. We had RMD, we had Joke Silva, we had Ini Okoje, we had Annie Icha, and some other amazing actors.
Yes.
But before we, get to the don'ts, let me first talk about the do's. So, would you like to start? Tell us what worked for you.
Okay, one of the things that worked for me is the fact that it wasn't a star-packed movie. You didn't need to see all the regular Nollywood faces.
I liked that part too.
It makes
the new
sense.
faces.
It gives opportunities to a whole lot of younger actors. So, and which is why we're looking. This is what we're looking for in the industry. We should have more of that, not a movie where you just have
just
the regular
that
face. It's too much. So it's just amazing that they did that, and the actors were off the chain. What they delivered, they gave their
On
best.
that
Angie,
note, I wanted to say that. I'd like to give a very special, beautiful shout out to the lady that acted Angie. Her name is actually Annie Icha. She did so amazing.
Really
and at
good.
some point,
really good.
they even said she looks like me. Yes, I actually prefer that. She does look like me. I like her sassy, sleek character. It was amazing. And of course, Auntie Joke Silva. That woman she owns a very huge chunk of my heart.
She is the goddess of the screen. She's just so amazing. She is the best. She's the best at what she does. She delivers 120, 50%. No jokes.
Yeah, I mean everybody. I don't have any major issues. Yeah, but there's another huge mention for me. Brother Shaggy.
Really?
Ah,
Lagos area boy. It's just fine boy area boy.
I think his scene just brought so much laughter into the movie and just makes you want to see the rest of it. Like what more is there?
The fact that he encounters someone that's speaking Hindu or whatever, and they merge, and she's not understanding what he's saying. He's not understanding what she's saying. But there's that like, you cannot come and intimidate me with who you are, and the lady too didn't have time for rubbish. So it was just amazing. Brother Shaggy is an amazing actor. Like, he just does what he does and he nails it. He's not going to come and be all posh for you. No. But when you want him to deliver that line,
Indian lady, she did so amazing well.
Damn,
she did so amazing well. She delivered so beautifully. Like, so at first I thought she was so young. I wanted to first catch that, like, this woman is too young to act like this, like Raji's mother. But then over time I saw her face, or would I say her motherly face, and yeah, that was good. I also got to understand that some Indian women, or most Indians, get to marry really young, so you can look at them and look at their children and they look like siblings.
I like the locations they use. They have some fine locations. Good scenery, and the fact that their background, the regular background they use in, in those Z World, where you have like yellow, everywhere is all yellow background, all green, all stuff. It It was cool though. I like the fact that they brought that into the picture.
Speaking of Z World, yes. So there was a lot of singing, there was a lot of dancing, and a lot of slow mo. At some point, I was like, "Is this a Bollywood movie?" Then I remember that yes, it actually is.
For real, like those that slow mo, that what's it called? That singing. Oh no, I don't. Sorry, I don't deal with all of that.
I guess it's not a part of Bollywood.
No, I'm not.
It's not a Z World.
There's another annoying part. You know when someone says something, you guys stare at yourself for like 2 minutes.
That is Bollywood. I mean, there was this part where
there's that zoom.
There was this part where RMD went to go and drop a file, and then he walked
slow to drop a file,
and that was the end of the thing. I was like, really?
No, it's not a do. But it's not a do. It's not a do, but it's not a do for me.
But at least it's something that we were able to pick up because it just reminded us rather that we are in a Bollywood scenario. So
Bollywood
it's expected.
Movie,
it's expected. Yeah. Okay, so the don'ts now.
Yes, sir. The don'ts.
There is this one that just popped right in my face. It had to do with the camera angle. So there was a part where Didi and Raj were having a fight, and she wore this really nice fabric. It was a dress gown, and they were having this fight. And you just look at this, and you know that they didn't do proper edits. There were no proper edits to both of these. It was so sad because her face just looked like there was light, there was camera, it was too smooth, her eyes were different, everything. Whereas there was this other one where at least it did look like her face. So I don't know, the camera people, they maybe they didn't notice it on time and it was already production over and the movie was due to be sent out. But please, when we are doing these things, we should pay a little bit more attention to that detail.
Okay, another part was what was MI doing inside that place? Like, are we featuring MI in the movie? Like, he did not act, he just came to chill with them, and they were all was not necessary.
That connection wasn't quite there.
But hold on, before we go, part of the dues that I didn't mention was at the end of the movie, MI did a rap and he nailed it. You know, MI is king when it comes to lyrics and being poetic and everything. But I beg, wait till they inside the movie. What's he doing in there, man? I don't know, man. He just came and they were like,
At that point, I didn't know if he was one of those that was sponsoring the movie. I didn't know if it was him that we were supposed to look out for or Chocolate City, because at some point Raj's friend said he was being signed to Chocolate City.
Yeah, and that part, like, when did they sign him? Like, he just said it. Did you get? Sometimes you need to infuse it. Like, so they met and they heard it. We didn't even hear Raj's. Funny enough, we didn't even hear the guy's song. We didn't hear anything. Like, there's nothing to say. Oh, this guy is really an artist. Like, we heard what he did. Maybe he rapped.
Another part that didn't quite do it for me based on the connections aspect was the NGO. Now, we saw the area where she was supposed to be beaten up by a prospective client. Now, that client as what? As a philanthropist.
Do you understand? Like,
as a supporter.
What if I go there?
Are you a lawyer? Are you going there as a lawyer? As who exactly? You just said client. Now we know that it's an NGO. NGO for what? Is it for abused girls? Is it for kidnapped girls? Is it what's the NGO all about? It did not seem. I know that wasn't the focus of the story, but when you're doing a story, when you're creating a content for a movie, you need to think about the depth.
All around. It should because I write scripts and I always want to say that when you write a story, there should be a story that makes the story make sense, or else even if you're just going to give it a little bit of drop, if you're going to drop that information, you should have a bit of background where people can relate with it. I'm like, oh, so where this is coming from, it makes sense.
What we're saying is always try to form a connection, because like I always say, when I watch a movie, I watch it in my heart, my soul, my body, my eyes, my ears. Every aspect of me gets to see the movie, so we dissect it so well so that we can give you a proper review. Okay, make sure that next time all of those things are being looked at.
Yeah, and overall, the movie was good. It was an amazing movie.
What would you say is the score on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest?
6.5.
I'll give you a 7. Okay, so Namaste Wahala is a 7 from me, 6.5 from Easy Swag. So guys, up on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Yes.
It's available to everybody, so you can see it. And of course, be sure to drop your comments in the comment section.
Before she goes, I like the fun parts in the different fun cultural parts like Nigerian culture and the Indian culture. It was very amazing. I like that. It was good. It was good. We should do more of that.
Alright guys, so we have come to the end of today's review. Thank you so much for sticking by, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like I said before, be sure to comment. This is Easy Swags on Instagram.
Yeah, Easy Swags on
Check
Instagram.
him out. And of course, White Shades on Instagram. From us to you, this is White's Checkbox and
Peace out.
White's out. Mwah.